So in summing up, there's some boundaries on the music side, on the lyrical side. And I know, and also obviously the creative is going to be beside that. But when you say, okay, there's math applied, you're thinking, oh man, that is math and music. That's not good. I mean, that's boring, right? Nothing for me could be further from the truth. It's a powerful, powerful tool. If you consider this as one sort of separate segment from the creative part, it really saves a lot of time. It can get you to where you want to go real quick, and you can probably do better, I think, better writing, both on the music and the lyric side. That's just my opinion, but it's worked that way for me. A few examples. One is, let's say, for example, you want to do a mysterious or a dark song. Maybe you use a minor key. Or maybe you want to do a pretty song. A ninth would work for that. That's a pretty key. I know for me, there was a song I did on that album at Ryan Tunes, Then There Were None. It's a true story. It's about a train robbery back in the 1920s. And what I wanted to do with that is not do sort of your typical story song using a major key and regular chords. I wanted something kind of a little bit minor, a little bit major, kind of in between. And I found, I think, the right key to deliver that. I was able to move back and forth just fine, and it adds tension, I think, to the story. And then the other thing I did, which has nothing to do with the subject at hand here, is on the banjo, instead of using 3-finger style, used the 2-finger style, which is more old-timey, sort of taken back to the 1920s. That was my thought process anyway. So that's an example of using form. I think that was a conscious, deliberate decision on my part. Maybe the best example of what I'm talking about here on the math is a song that you can find on YouTube. It's called Can't You Hear Me Callin'? I think it was done a few years ago at Old Grey Fox. But Billy Strings does the vocal, and Del McCoury's band backs him up. And it's a hurtin' song. The chord structure, the melody, the lyrics could not be simpler. They just basically follow the rules, the math, or whatever you want to call it, that I've been sort of talking about. But man, those guys are hurting. Part of it's Billy's voice. I mean, he's got that incredible ability, but also the song itself. Anybody singing that, you're gonna feel for that singer. They're hurting real bad. And there was nothing fancy, nothing at all fancy about the lyric writing, about the way the chords are arranged or anything like that. It's about as basic and simple as you can get. But it followed those fundamental principles, what I'm calling here the math of songwriting. So that's it for the math of songwriting. And the next session, and then probably thereafter, we're going to move a little bit more into the process, which will bring the creative side in with what we did today and see what we can come up with. So thanks for watching. See you next time.